Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today, we begin a new series.
Yep, this time we're playing some Highway Blossoms. Now, it's been a little while since me and Older Bro have done a visual novel together, and we went with this game. I have no idea what it's about.
Well, I'm going to tell you, based on the title, that it's about a highway and love blossoming. I hope that that's clear. By the way, guys, before we start the game, I wanted to show off something. So, in this game, there's these preferences, right? This game has semi-expansive preferences. So, the display resolution settings are not to my liking. They don't have a lot. But they have all the normal game settings that you would have for a visual novel, such as all the languages, skipping unseen text, begin skipping text just from the start, how fast time auto-forwards if you set auto-forward to time, auto-forward waiting for voices to finish before it auto-forwards, how fast the text speed goes, all the volume options, and then they have per fucking character audio balancing. So not only can you set the master volume, the music volume, the sound volume, the ambient volume, you can also set this specific fucking character to be quieter because they are too goddamn loud.
I don't think I've ever seen this in a game.
Why in the fuck do games not have at least this level of audio balancing?
Like, I can understand why, like, a visual novel would have this kind of settings. Like, I can understand that because some characters are louder than others.
But it is
for
inexcusable.
Like Lego, for example, like Avengers.
No,
like
you don't need this. But it is inexcusable you don't at least have these fucking four.
I like Lego Avengers, guys, when we first started streaming it, apparently the audio for the characters are just so very, very fucking quiet.
Yeah.
And we would like to turn down the music volume, however, we
can't.
We can only turn it off or on.
Which we probably will just end up turning it off at this point. So it's fucking stupid, but there's not much choice.
I didn't want to turn off the music audio, but it's copyrighted audio anyway, so honestly, turning it off is kind of in our best interest.
Yeah, so it's
but at least you guys would be able to hear the story.
Yeah.
That's the main point.
But yeah, so this game, objectively better than Lego in every meaningful way, given that it just lets you fucking change the audio.
Well, I think in newer Lego games you can turn down the audio levels, but just specifically Avengers we couldn't.
Yeah.
There's animation in this game.
Of course there is. Studio Elan presents. That's also probably why they released the remaster. They released the remaster so they could change the logo because...
Put some intro.
Well, no. Because the original one probably had the original studio's logo, and now it's Studio Elan. So they changed it to be the Studio Elan logo.
Yeah, guys, this is the remastered version, in quotes, or whatever they call it.
Now, to be clear, it is not a remaster because it wasn't a separate release of the game. It is literally just a patch that they released for free that they called the remaster. So
yeah, they don't call it that on their store page or anything, so we're not going to title it remaster.
Yeah, because it would just be confusing for people trying to look for it. And it's like, no, where's the remaster release? And it's like, there isn't one. The music ends. The cassette clicks to a stop. I have no idea who's talking right now. This is not going to work with a controller.
Narration.
So, mouse requires.
I don't think we've ever had a visual novel game that didn't require the mouse.
Yeah, I mean, the menu worked, but not the game. I've listened to it so many times that I've even memorized the placement of the static of the song's original broadcasts. I'm worried the deck might eventually eat the tape, but it never happened to him no matter how many times he played the damn thing, so I'm not too scared. It used to drive me crazy. Every day, he played it over and over again.
And I can't shake it no more.
Yeah. Sure, he'd throw on something different after a few loops, but soon enough he'd switch back and the cycle would repeat itself. Sometimes I think he did it just to mess with me. I'd be in the back, in bed, smothering a pillow over my head to block out the music. He would just turn it up louder, even during all-nighters. I was so like him.
What the fuck's wrong with this dude?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's this girl's father, so he's an asshole. Even near the end, when we had to finally settle down, he was still pulling that kind of crap. I'd come home from school, and sometimes, and the police would be at the door because the entire block had called in a noise complaint. He said it was because he was hard of hearing, but I know he did it just to get a rise out of the old grouches who lived nearby. I think that was his worst fear, ending up just another bitter sack of bones. So he did everything in his power to be the exact opposite right up to the end.
I just like my country music, man.
Of course, that would mean I always dealt with the fallout. I can't imagine what the neighbors thought, seeing a little girl go door to door apologizing because some old man decided it'd be funny to put plastic flamingos all over their award-winning lawns. You know what? I'm going to agree with this man. Fuck homeowners associations. I can't help but smile, just a little, even if it does hurt.
I smile. I frown.
I take a sip of my coffee. Outside, the heat haze shimmers over the never-ending oceans of sand. So much desert. Even Roswell was just rock, sand, and a few shacks.
Next thing you know, we were up against Death Valley.
We are actually probably pretty close to Death Valley. All alien-themed, of course. Didn't see any UFOs, though. It's also possible they did, in fact, release an update to add in a reference and put Death Valley in the background. Who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
No UFOs, though. I'm not used to how dry everything is. Even with the AC on high enough to rip off my eyebrows, I'm still all sweaty. Guess that's what happens when you laze about in snowy Colorado for a decade. In that regard, the desert's a nice change of scenery. I don't exactly hate it. New sights are nice, especially since his health didn't allow him to do a lot of traveling when I was a little girl. I could see myself getting used to this. Well, maybe in another 15 years when I have everything paid off. Damn it, Amber, snap out of it. You can worry about that later. This isn't your trip. Oh, hold on. Can I go back? History. Snap out of it. You can worry about that later. This isn't your trip, so stop being selfish. I pushed the eject button.
She just ejects out of her seat.
Marina's thoughts updated. What? We just said Amber. Whatever. I take the tape out and look it over. Probably for the 20th time today.
Does it have a mosquito in it?
Years worth of brown stains and greasy fingerprints are smudged all over, making it feel grimy to the touch. It still works like a charm, though. There are more cassettes in the glove compartment, a mixture of mine and his, mostly his. I should just play one of those and get it over with. My hand gravitates towards the latch. It'd be okay, right? No. I snatch my hand away from the latch and flip the tape over. Once again, I find myself staring. With a sigh, I stick it back into the deck. I reach toward the play button, taking another look to see if the road's still clear. Like always, it isn't.
Well, we just left somebody to die. Keep driving.
Uh-oh. I slam on the brakes. Their shriek piercing my skull. I glance at my rearview mirror. There's a girl. I think this is supposed to be crying, but it says cringing. It could be either, but I really doubt that it's cringing.
Why would she cringe at the sight of
yeah,
an
so
RV?
I'm assuming they mean crying. Next to an ancient-looking car, covering her ears as I screech down the road, making a U-turn of dubious legality. Girl, you're out in the middle of the fucking desert. There ain't no cops. I pull up in front of her car, killing the motorhome's engine. I hop out and shield my eyes from the blazing New Mexico sun. Only now do I realize how precious the AC really is. It doesn't take more than several steps before the girl comes bouncing up to me with a look of relief.
Oh my god, thank you! I was starting to think no one would ever stop.
Did I mention that Studio Land loves to voice act all their visual novels?
Yeah, I think the only reading we're going to do is maybe the narration.
Here's the narration. With each word, she gets a little closer, until we're finally within touching distance of each other. Her smiling face now filling my entire field of vision.
Got all it, bro, with that one.
I barely had any ability to recognize what you said, I'll be honest. Her bright auburn hair, sure, I guess it's auburn, whatever, is done in a girlish side tail. Glistening beneath specks of sweat, standing out in the heat has made her round, pale cheeks a sun-kissed red. You sure about that, art asset designer? This pasty white girl is currently supposed to look sunburnt?
But yeah, she's round. We need
Sure.
to get a math teacher out here.
I mean, they're both round. But
we
she's
need measurements.
D or E. But she still looks put together, like the desert would soon melt her than do any real damage to her looks. Or sooner melt than do any damage to her looks.
I mean, the desert could probably melt them, yeah.
I almost feel embarrassed to be in front of someone who dresses so cutely. Her frilly green top and skirt, pulling my red t-shirt and khakis to shame, or putting my shirt to shame.
I don't like her. I'm leaving.
It's all brought together by one thing, though. Her eyes. They're blue, vividly blue.
It's always blue eyes and brown hair.
No, it's blue eyes
Sorry, blonde hair.
and blonde hair on red eyes and brown hair. They're blue, vividly blue, deep and rich, complementing the traces of her misty perfume as she gets closer and closer.
With no
Way too close to me. I scramble back and cough, trying to hide any awkwardness.
No problem.
What is she doing out here alone? Driving through?
My
Hell, is she
boyfriend
even
ditched me.
alone?
Can I ride with you?
I peel off the planes to the side of the road, half expecting a guy to pop out from his hiding place now that some idiot's fallen for their trap. That idiot being me, of course. Girl, you probably have a shotgun in that trailer. But much to my surprise, no one does. Instead, the girl continues to stare at me, smiling as she waits patiently for my response. I glance behind her, focusing on her
So
car.
what's the issue? Your car breakdown?
No.
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I was driving and I just kind of...
Got high and drove.
Yeah.
Are we sure this isn't an adult Yellowstone? Like, she lowers her head in shame.
It could be the same voice actor. I mean,
It's very possible. Eyes fixated on her feet, kicking the dust around her.
I'm not much of a car buff, but I can take a look at it.
Her head pops back and life returns to her eyes.
Oh, wow, could you?
Could you say something about flapjacks?
Yeah, can't promise that I can do anything, but I can at least check it out.
That'd be great.
All right, first things first then.
This thing looks even older than my motorhome. It was probably a nice car once upon a time, but with a dented grille, multiple scratches, and a faded murky green color, it's hard to believe such a cute girl's driving it. I slide into the fabric seat and start the ignition. I don't know too much about how this stuff works, just enough to keep the motorhome from giving out, but I can't imagine it's too significant of an issue. Probably just a dead battery or
I just totes got my driver's license, by the way.
no gas. A single car passes by, cooling us with a refreshing gust of wind sprinkled with dirt and sand.
Is something wrong?
Your face.
Yes, you're an idiot. Is this a joke? No, she's just an idiot. I'm sorry, Amber, but your girlfriend's an idiot.
Oh no, did I break it?
Your girlfriend is probably a rich girl and an idiot.
Why does she even have a license?
It's just out of gas.
You don't need to know that your car needs gas in order to have a license.
What? No way! Dad said I should have filled up before I left.
Dumbass. That's him yelling in the background. You are a dumbass.
Is she for real? Why is this girl in the middle of nowhere by herself? As if trying to force all the ideas into the center of her brain, the girl grabs her head and whines under her breath.
Are you like totes for real? Like totes?
What am I gonna do?
She didn't charge her phone either. Of course not. I'd offer her mine, but I've never had a cell phone in my life. That sounds like a significant problem given that you are in the desert. If it breaks down, you're dead.
You are fucked.
You at least have a satellite phone. God damn. Seems like you'd have to be pretty absent-minded to forget that, though. She winces once more and turns to me.
Hey, this might seem a little weird,
Uh-oh.
but could you take me somewhere nearby so I can get some gas?
No.
And what do you know? She did it.
How long did you say you've been stuck out here?
I don't know. A few hours, maybe? I've been trying to wave down everyone who drives by, but you were the first to stop.
Hold on, everyone?
Terrible.
Yep.
The heat must have fried her brain. Does she have any idea how dangerous that is?
That's probably not a good idea, you know.
She cocks her head to the side and gives me a look of genuine curiosity, like it wasn't obvious or something.
Why?
Well, you know, a cute young girl alone in the middle of the desert. It's just asking for trouble.
Oh, you think I'm cute?
But you're a cute young girl alone in the middle of a desert.
No, I'm not. I have you here.
But I was driving.
I was alone before. Now I'm with you.
Her comeback takes
I'm
me off guard.
Statistically not alone.
It wasn't. It's not a comeback. Whatever. It takes me off guard, and I turn away a little, avoiding eye contact.
Yeah, but that's different.
A smile returns to her face. The same bright one that she showed me when I first pulled over. I'm still avoiding eye contact, but she leans over in a direction I'm looking and continues to smile.
So, do you think you can give me a ride?
No.
I don't know.
You're going to have to give me...
It shouldn't take very long.
Yeah, like 5 minutes tops. This girl didn't... It's like she didn't even listen to what I said. Of course not. She didn't listen to what her father said and got gas on the way here. Still better me than some psycho. No, she's sweet, but a psycho. Besides, it's not like a small detour will make me late or anything.
I guess it's fine. I'm not in too big of a rush anyway.
All I was going to do is spread my mother's ashes. Oh, well.
Her father's clearly the one who died. Before I'm even finished, she's springing off the ground, bouncing to the motorhome.
Hey, wait!
But it's already far too late, and she somehow made her way into the motorhome before its owner, even finding the time to give me a small wave from the passenger seat.
She just broke into my RV.
Well, it's not really breaking into when you authorized her to. You said that she could have that you'd take her to the gas station and left the doors unlocked. I heave a heavy sigh, rubbing my temple as I climb back into the driver's seat. The keys still dangling in the ignition. I wrench it around and the motorhome roars to life, forcing a surprise squeak out of the girl.
By the way, my name is Marina. Thank you so
Maria!
Wait, hold on. Does it have the pop-ups in here? No. Okay, so hold on. At the beginning of the game,
Duh.
there was a pop-up that was like Marina's log updated. Like when we got...
Probably like profile.
Yeah.
So why didn't we get it
before
now?
we even met her. It's like, what?
Amber.
Yeah, I agree. That's weird. I think it should have been Amber's character profile updated,
Yeah.
not Maria's.
Careful not to hit her car, I back the RV up and turn it around, sending us in my original direction.
Hey, I got another choice for you, Jamie or Maria. No complaints here.
I reach for the play button on the cassette player, finally giving in to temptation, but Marina starts up again.
Why aren't we going the other way? Wasn't there a station a little ways back?
Oh, you
It
thought
was
you were the
more
psycho,
than a
but it was
little
I.
ways back.
Pulls out a machete.
I saw a sign a few miles ago that said there was a station not too far from here. So we're going there.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. You're really observant.
I mean, I do have eyes.
I think you're just really oblivious.
Not really.
Silence falls between us. Oh. And the roaring of the engine and swishing of the wind from outside being the only sound.
The game ends as zombies.
I take
follow
that
from
as a cue
behind.
and reach for the cassette player once more. Finally give...
How do you even drive this thing? It's huge.
I don't think she likes music. Marina spreads her arms out like an eagle, unfurling its wings, almost bopping me in the head in the process.
Yeah, do you need a special kind of license to drive an RV?
I don't think so. I clear... Maybe in some places, I'm not sure. I clear my throat and grab her arm out from the air, gently placing it on her lap.
It's not that bad. You get used to it.
On your left.
She tilts her head to the side and gives a light grunt as if saying, "That's so?" And we return to the silence of before. Again, I reach for the cassette play.
So what are you doing out here? Are you going camping? Seems like what you're doing is fun.
Yeah, I think she doesn't like... She would prefer silence to being ignored. So it's like, if you're playing the music, she has no ability to talk anymore. And it's like, nope, I've got to stop that every time.
But yeah, I think I agree with you. She sounds very, very much alike, who was it in National Park?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yeah.
I take a deep breath and hold it for as long as possible, hoping I pass out. I do not succeed.
Just traveling. What about you? Why are you out here?
I am traveling in my stationed vehicle. Did I mention I'm a
It's
sovereign
kinda
citizen?
silly.
I mean, unless you're going to say that you're some kind of, like, sentient national park idol, I don't think that you can be silly. She scratches her head and lets out an embarrassed laugh before staring at her feet. She quiets down and surprisingly stays quiet.
For
Looks
all
like
5
that
seconds.
worked. I reach for the cassette player. One last time. I stop for a moment to look at the glove compartment, and then Marina, who looks lost in thought. Finally, I press play.
Title drop. No? Okay.
Nope. A pleasant little chime greets me as I enter the station. Marina trailing closely behind.
When did you start at the station?
Now.
I know. It just kind of cut to here.
Yeah.
With
The
like,
implication is that
we arrived.
the music, playing the music, instantly, like, she couldn't say anything the rest of the way.
It fast forwarded time.
Yeah. The drive was quiet after I turned the music on. Turning the tables on her and asking what she was doing out there seemed to throw her off. I didn't mean to come off as cold as ice, but it's just been ages since I've had a conversation beyond accepting some half-hearted condolences. Though, to be fair, I haven't really wanted to hold one. The guy behind the counter is busy ringing someone up, so I set out in search of a gas can. The store is one of those big mini-mart places.
By the way, I don't have any money. You're going to have to pay it for me.
Oh, I hope that she's here to rob the place. Made specifically for travelers, it's surprisingly clean for a place surrounded by sand. Every corner has an unnatural sanitary shine, accompanied by the scent of citrus cleaning products.
Hey, they have cola flavor here.
They have cola flavor at literally every gas station in the entire world.
I need my Duke Cola.
Okay, so now you're buying her a slushie. I turn and find Marina clutching the slushie machine, her eyes widening like a cat's when tempted with yarn.
Don't most gas stations have it?
She shakes her head, but doesn't take her eyes off the machine.
All the places back home only had cherry and raspberry. When we got sick of them, we just had to mix them together.
Oh.
But
Marina finally turns to me, wearing a face of pure, concentrated sadness.
I left my wallet in the car.
Then go get it.
It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Just looking at her, I could feel my heart break. Wait a second.
Oh, in the car,
What's
not in the
pay for
RV.
gas?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remembered.
How did this girl even get here? How did she last 5 minutes in this desert?
Fine, I guess I'll pay for it.
But you pay me back.
Really?
Yeah. And grab yourself one of those slushies too. But make it a small one.
Her pure, concentrated sadness melts into pure, concentrated happiness. Oh, no.
You're the best, Amber.
Yeah, see? Marina's thoughts updated. So Marina's thoughts updated when we were shown the cassette tape, despite her not being introduced as a character yet.
So Maria's thoughts updated. Is that like kind of a thing
I
that
don't know.
they replicated from Telltale, where your your relationship with X character has changed?
I don't know yet. She grabs a cup and holds down the button until the slushie overflows and drips down the side. I was going to pay for the gas anyways, but I'm hoping the drink made up for the drive over. I spot the gas cans, and with Marina happily sipping her drink, grab one and head for the counter.
As I spot the gas cans, I motion them to back up. Yep.
Yeah.
Keep coming.
The guy
Keep
at the
going.
register is still ringing up the same girl. Lines of flimsy plastic bags line the counter, filled with a mixture of off-brand junk food and gardening tools.
For whatever reason, she's half naked.
Okay. He scans the items as the girl digs through her wallet, her bandana-wrapped head pressing a phone against her shoulder.
Aren't you supposed to be the badass mechanic? What good are you if you're not?
What?
Unclear. She swipes out a card and hands it to the cashier, more interested in staring at her nails than looking at him.
Who the hell would I know? Have the squirt check underneath if you're so curious.
Okay, so this girl is, like, a biker gang leader, I'm guessing. Also, love the look, girl. On the other end of the line, I can hear the faintest of squabbling. I can't make out anything they're saying, but the tone sounds worlds more tolerable than the girls.
If it's that old, then I say do it. Cash is cash. It's not like anyone's gonna care.
Yep, definitely a biker gang leader.
I mean, from the bandana, I can see that.
I'll be waiting for you slackers outside.
The girl slips her phone back into the crevices of her dangerously unzipped jumpsuit. Jumpsuit?
What?
What little clothing she has underneath looks like it's going to burst from the slightest movement. You know what, game? I appreciate this outfit. This is a great outfit.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Look, if you
Approved
can
by
if
older
you
bro.
can if you can rock it, why the hell not? Who the fuck is going to stop you?
Oh, shit.
Not my type, especially with that personality, but it's hard for me to do anything other than stare. The attendant reaches out to help with the bags, but the girl snaps him away before he can. She shoots him with a heated glare that burns straight through the man and into the wall behind him. Turning around, the girl looks at us for a second before rolling her eyes, then marches out the door, the bags weighing her down as they nearly scrape the ground. Definitely not my type.
Good luck.
Marina and I set the can and nearly empty slushie on the counter.
Will that be all?
Yeah, sorry for more boring.
Would you
than
like to
other
see my
girls.
wares?
The attendant hacks out a dry cackle and scans the gas can, and inflicts his oily ponytail behind his shoulder and rings up Marina's drink.
A lot of
How can
folks
you hack a
passing through
laughter?
and stocking up the past
Can't
few
even
days.
plug it in.
It's been a good change of pace. I'm guessing that's why you girls are here too.
Marina eases in toward the counter, Marina eases in towards the counter, nudging herself tightly between me and the rack, her hands creeping over to the slushie.
For what? I'm just heading out to California.
Between a rock and
If I don't end up driving
hard
myself
place.
insane first.
Mean you don't know?
The attendant freezes, forgetting about the scanner in his hand. Blinding red light beams from it out into my chest.
About what?
Why, the treasure.
Is this a gold rush story?
Maybe. Marina. Yeah, these look like goddamn 18th century prospectors right here.
It could be that in this universe, the gold rush didn't happen until now.
I don't think that people that look like this are prospectors.
Don't give me some gold.
If anything, they're the thing being prospected.
Hey, I'm a rich man.
Marina's hand stopped shy of grabbing the cup.
Treasure?
Oh, gold, I found me some gold.
The clerk's
gold.
chubby face morphs into a grin.
Telling me that you girls haven't heard of the treasure in the journal?
I have.
I frown, embarrassed. Marina looks at the floor again, her cheeks flushing red. I guess she's always just this forward.
Oh, well, I heard about it on the news. It's kind of why I drove down here.
You drove out into the middle of the desert for treasure?
Oh, gold.
Sorry, but you've
There's
lost
gold
me.
out in that desert there. Mm.
Amber, you're the treasure.
Not just any treasure, Missy. The miner's treasure.
It's the mine of 49ers treasure!
I told you it's a prospector's treasure.
He says it like that should in any way clarify what he meant.
Shit.
I stare at him. He stares back. Marina sips the last dregs of her slushie. Wait, you drank the whole slushie in the building?
You honestly don't
Why the hell
know?
not?
Not
It's
a
so
clue.
good though.
Are
It's
you gonna
cola
change
flavored.
that?
Well, yeah, but now she's going to have nothing for the whole drive there.
You can't get enough of the cola.
A little feisty,
That's their
ain't you?
tagline.
Yeah, a little.
Not really. Just have stuff to do.
Fair enough. A little while back, some folks were going through all the trash in their garage.
Who the fuck? What?
Wait.
As fate would have it, they came across an old journal. Turns out the thing belonged to their great uncle. Or maybe it was their great grandfather. I don't know. Some dead old man.
I cut him off with a cough, a polite hint for him to either get on with it or quit his yammering. Despite apparently knowing all this, Marina continues to stay focused with rapt attention. Sometimes her drink makes that annoying slurping sound again.
Sorry. I'll try keeping it short. Anyway, after flipping through it, they found out that he'd struck it rich during the gold rush.
Uh-huh.
If
So
he
what was that
struck
not
it
being
rich,
the gold
wouldn't
rush?
family know that? He could be pretty well off, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, I can answer that. He went back home to Missouri without any gold and told all his friends he hid it.
By now, the slushy's gone. Marina tries for one last sip, but all that's sucked through the straw is air. She peers down into the cup and blows out a small sigh.
No one believed him, though.
I raise an eyebrow. If even this girl knows about it, then I must be more out of the loop than I thought.
Well now, looks like Sister here has been doing her research.
The attendant leans into the counter and smirks.
Story goes, he wanted to eventually move his family out west and dig his gold back up along the way, but kicked it before he could.
And we'll have to check on the rest of the story next time because we're
Yeah,
at
we
time.
will. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. We'll come back next time and continue on in Love Blossoming on a Highway.
If you can call this love right now.
Yeah, not right now. Right now, it's Pinkie Pie and
They
Not-
haven't even
not even
started
certain.
to suck face yet.
I'm not even certain who this girl is yet. But yeah, there's about as much chemistry here as a fucking rock and the ocean. But we'll see. Until then, the future is very uncertain. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then!
Goodbye.